Здравствуйте.
Hello, we are Yana and Ellen, mother and daughter, and we are the authors of More Than Boorish, a cookbook and cultural compendium. We're back with another recipe. This time, what are we doing? Where is it? This time we're doing homemade sauerkraut. We're calling it sauerkraut. It's really pickled cabbage. It's not like American sauerkraut where it's kind of soft.
Because it's crunchy. It's crunchy. That's
crunchy.
the most probably key word. Well, what do we need for that? It's
What do we need?
Almost nothing. Cabbage
And carrot.
and carrot
Cabbage and carrot.
and salt and knife.
Big knife, shredder for the cabbage, for the carrot.
Yeah. So usually what I'm doing, just for the convenience, I'm just cutting it in smaller pieces, and then
So at first you take off we already did this, but you take off the couple of the top layers, because they're kind of like old and nasty, I guess.
yeah, and then it has to be washed very thoroughly, you know.
So,
because
kind of,
cleanliness is the key.
yeah. The problem is I tried to make it once and the container in which I was making it wasn't perfectly sterile and it grew a bunch of mold in it. So you have to be really careful that, because you're going to be doing stuff to this, you're going to be poking holes in it, everything has to be super clean because it's going to get moldy.
Absolutely.
So you're cutting it into these shred-sized pieces. So while you're doing that, I'm going to shred these carrots.
What can we do from the cabbage when it's ready?
You can do a lot of things. So you can eat it just on its own. The best way to eat it is just you stand, it's like a midnight snack. You stand in front of the fridge and you eat it. You can eat it as a side if you're making like some kind of sausage and potatoes. I feel like it goes really well as a side for something like that. And then you can also use it to cook with, so you can make soup out of it. You can make shi, which is a cabbage soup. We have a recipe for that as well in our cookbook. What else? You can make like stewed, like sauteed cabbage with like sausage and tomato sauce maybe.
Okay, this one is the middle.
Yeah, the
It's
core.
so tasty. You, of course, you do not put it there, but when you have a child, then
When you have a child, you feed it your
you
leftover
can
food scraps.
offer it to your
Thank you.
child, and it is so good. This is kind of sweet.
This is
Shame on you.
the Russian love language is cabbage cores.
Instead of carrot, it can be done with klukva.
Klukva, cranberry.
Remember?
Yeah, so cranberries are a very common addition, and you can we're not doing it with cranberries this time, but you can just add them when you're like mixing everything together.
So now what we're gonna do, we're gonna massage the cabbage a little bit. Okay, so something like this. Ой, что это? Ну что это?
Brak. Brak is like damage. Why brak? Но это же брак между людьми тоже.
Oh yeah, but no, that's брак между людьми, это wedding, and брак
So the
something
word for-
spoiled.
The word for wedding and the word for something spoiled is the same.
Should
Kind of
do
messed up.
something in it. Oh
No.
my god, such a deep sense. Брак.
All Russians need therapy.
So now we have to put it into the bowl. Okay. With bowl. Oh my god. How many years I'm here? 20 something?
Yeah, but it's good to have an accent.
So now we have to take the bowl.
Yeah.
Run again.
No, that's right.
Bowl? Oh.
It's just you yelled it at me. So, enamel bowl or a glass bowl is the
Yes.
best. Don't use plastic. Plastic, you know, it gets these like micro abrasions, it gets scratched very easily, and things get, you know, you could have like microbes, bacteria that get into the scratches, and like I said, it's very easy for this stuff to go bad. So enamel or glass is the best.
Yes, absolutely. So what we're gonna do now? Cabbage, carrot, salt, and we're putting it kind of layers. I'm not gonna measure it. It's just okay, like this, and then let's say like this, and then some salt. Here are approximately 2 tablespoons. Okay, so and every time you salt it, so when you taste it, actually, it's like you would salt the real usual salad. So that would be, yeah, that would be the taste, which is normal
You
amount.
can taste the salt, yeah, it's good.
Not more, not less.
So, there's this joke. There's this joke about the salad, and it turns out that I didn't even get it until we were preparing for this video, and I was like,
You know,
we should say this joke, but I don't know if it's very funny.
my child is a little bit slow. That's okay.
Hold
I
on.
still love you.
I'm gonna read this joke to you, and you tell me if it's funny or if you get it. So, instructions for an at-home facial mask with sauerkraut, or with pickled cabbage, whatever you want to call it. Put sauerkraut on a plate and pour a tablespoon of vegetable oil over it. Take a shot of vodka, followed by a bite of sauerkraut. Now you are fresh-faced and blissfully smiling.
We'll see how people get it.
Well,
For me, it's clear. It's you
Well,
know.
I thought the joke was that. Well, first of all, like facial masks, Russians are obsessed. Russians love to do facial masks. I mean, a lot of people do. It's not just Russians, but I feel like I always see that. And so I just thought the joke was that instead of putting it on your face, you're eating it, and that's why you're so fresh-faced. And then my mom pointed out that it's actually the vodka.
Which makes you happy and blissfully.
And glow.
Yeah.
Anyway, we've got plenty more dubious jokes in here.
Like snow. Хрусь, 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 хрусь. Cool.
And this is for ASMR purposes also. You know that thing with people like the sounds? They like all sorts of little sounds.
Yeah.
So we'll record a separate ASMR video. Just
Okay.
crunching cabbage.
Almost done. So that is it. Okay, so now we have to cover it with something approximately the same diameter, and then to put something very heavy. Okay, so should we stop eating? Okay.
I mean,
Otherwise, again, nothing would be.
well, yeah.
Okay, you can finish from the table.
Thank you, mother.
Okay. Then I put something. It can be a little bit bigger diameter, but that's okay. Then, so whatever heavy you have, we happen to have this jar, this 3 liters. It's pretty heavy. And the last thing you have to do, you have to cover it with the clean piece of cloth. Yeah.
Cool.
So nothing would go inside, right? Sometimes you can use the clip here, so just it will not be uncovered. And that's it. And just put it in any place on the table.
Can't wait.
Yeah.
And so every day, this is just gonna take a minute of your time. You're gonna unwrap the cabbage and remove the weight, remove the plate that you're using to keep the weight on it. And you're gonna poke 4 to 5 holes all the way down to the bottom. And you're doing this because you want the gases that are gonna be forming to escape. Otherwise, the cabbage will become bitter. And after you're done, you just put the weight back on and wrap it back up and go on with your day. Eventually, you'll see this foam start to develop, and that's perfectly normal. That means that the process is working, so that's good. Make sure that the poking instrument that you're using is clean every single time, and make sure to clean the plate that you're using for the weight as well. I really can't overemphasize how disgusting it was that time that I tried to make this pickled cabbage and it came out moldy, so avoid my mistake. Eventually you'll see the cabbage turning from that light green to a more whitish yellow color. And eventually you'll even see the foam go down. And once the foam goes down and you don't see it anymore, you'll know that the cabbage is ready. And of course you can taste it at that point. And if it's to your liking, then you're pretty much done. All you have to do is move the cabbage from the bowl that you're keeping it in to a jar. Uh, 3 or 4 days later, magic sound effects. The cabbage is done. We're gonna taste it. We've transferred it to a jar already, just for convenient safekeeping. Keep your cabbage safe.
Yeah, by the way, after it's done, it has to be covered and just keep, it's better to keep it in the fridge.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
And how long? Well, this is a lot that we made, but still, it's not gonna go bad. You can probably keep it for like a week, 2 weeks.
In the fridge?
Yeah.
Oh my god, in a month.
Yeah.
And more than that.
Oh, really? I thought like 2 weeks.
No, it's not.
Well, anyway, so don't worry about making a lot, because it lasts.
Okay, so the most delicious way to taste cabbage, it's just to, как это сказать, закусывать водку.
Закусывать is like a whole, it doesn't translate, but when you have a little bite, like a chaser, after a
chaser?
shot. Yeah, it's like a chaser, but
okay.
a chaser usually is liquid, but закусывать is when you have a little snack as a chaser. Comes from the word кус, which is like a little bite or to bite.
Okay, за наше здоровье.
За наше здоровье.
Ну как?
It's so good.
And it's crunchy. It's, but juicy.
And this is very juicy, actually.
Should we stop now? Maybe.
Cut.
One last.
This is actually very good.
Very
Oh
good.
my god.
I'm so excited.
And that's all.
Okay, so that's it. Not a big deal, but
If you try this, let us know. Tell us how it goes. Enjoy. Enjoyte.
Enjoyed it.